Oh man, the lighting in here is terrible. Hang on.
Yeah, no, keep this part in. We don't need to cut this.
Let's bring it forward. Maybe if I sit back. That any better?
Take your time. We got nowhere to be.
Oh, okay. This still don't look good. I'm gonna hold it.
For the sake of my audience, I will now skip ahead to where his video actually starts. And for you aspiring YouTubers out there, little word of advice. Literally nobody wants to see what you were doing before the video started. Just start the video and cut the rest.
One of the reasons I've not made the jump to PC gaming is not just because I can't really afford a decent PC setup.
Which is a completely valid reason not to jump. If you can't afford a decent PC, you should probably hold off and save a little more. If you buy a weak PC, you're just going to spend money upgrading those parts in the future, and alternatively, you could just wait a little longer, save a little more, and get a PC you won't have to upgrade for quite some time. And all that's glossing over the fact that upgrades in general are completely optional.
It's also because it's just needlessly complicated, and I've just been reading a few threads online, and
Well, if you read some threads online, you should know it's really not that complicated, but go on.
people are like really snobby about it, oh, yeah, it's not just plug in and play, you have to actually do a bit of work, and it's like...
PC gaming is not plug and play, you're right, but neither are the consoles anymore. The whole plug and play thing just needs to go away because it's not an argument for either side anymore. There's really no use in bringing it up at all.
I'm not against doing a bit of work, but at the end of the day, I play games to get away from responsibilities, to get away from having to do things. I think most people do. So,
by this logic, any hobby that's not literally put in your hands and set up for you is too much work. Just stop.
Why should I have to, click a bunch of settings and buy a fucking advanced graphics card and download a load of updates just to play a game?
Those are two very different things. Clicking settings is a feature that you have and console players don't. You can fine-tune the game however you want and get it running exactly how you want it to. And then buying an advanced graphics card is completely optional. If you don't want one, don't buy one. It's not a requirement, it's an option.
I mean, I find console gaming at the moment needlessly pointless as it is anyway, complicated-wise anyway.
So, you don't play games? If that's the case, what are we doing here? If the hobby isn't for you, the hobby isn't for you. That's nobody's fault, but you're acting like it is.
Because I don't understand. I like patches. I like the fact that you can get patches for games that will fix glitches later, but I feel like it's made a lot of developers lazy because they know that they can just release a patch later on, so there's less attention spent. There's less time, should I say, spent on attending to the game and making sure it isn't glitchy.
Okay, I agree with you here, but you're kind of contradicting yourself. You say updates are dumb and annoying, but you like patches? You realize patch is just another word for update, right? You're correct about patch culture making developers lazy because they can ship a broken product now and fix it later if they feel like it, but I fail to see how this is even remotely limited to PC. And I mean, you titled your video a rant message to the PC master race, so you're gonna have to clarify this one.
But that's not the point, and another thing that puts me off the PC...
That's not the point, but here's another reason. So, that was the point?
And another thing that puts me off the PC is not just the complexity.
If you can handle a console, you can handle a PC.
And it was proven today as I was reading these threads.
I know nothing about this hobby, but I'm going to talk down about those who like it.
The PC community seems so stuck up and so snobby. They seem to think that there's a joke, isn't there, the PC master race?
Yes, it's a joke. The PC is the most advanced place to play games, but the whole PC Master Race thing is a joke, yes.
They seem to think that because they have because PC is better than console, I'm not going to lie, it's more powerful. If you have the right setup and you have the right PC...
An admission I wasn't expecting to hear.
And the right gaming PC with the right graphics card and all that crap and the CPU and all that bollocks. They're more powerful than consoles.
And it's really not hard to get to that level. The consoles aren't exactly model citizens in the world of gaming hardware. And even a lower-end PC will get you the whole laundry list of features the consoles don't have, like better backwards compatibility, cheaper games, emulation, free online, higher frame rates, everything. The majority of the benefits to gaming on PC are not limited to the high-end hardware. Yes, if you want the best graphics and the highest frame rates, you're going to have to buy more expensive hardware, but if you want all the other benefits of PC gaming, you can spend however much money you want.
Sometimes I think the power is wasted because the games aren't necessarily being made, really, to harness all of this power anyway.
Citation needed.
Not in my opinion. I could be wrong, but...
That's not your opinion. You just made an objective statement. A statement is not an opinion, especially when the statement's wrong.
But no, the PC Master Race, they're so stuck up and snobby.
Glass houses, bud.
They seem to think that because they have the money and because they have the time and because they have the intelligence to run a really good PC, that they're somehow better than the console peasants.
Your projection is showing, my man. You might want to take a look at that. PC gamers don't see themselves as better people or higher beings. We just see our platform as being better than yours, because it is. And if people on a weaker, less consumer-friendly platform are talking about how great their platform is, naturally PC gamers are going to step in and give the facts. If people relaying facts is offensive to you, maybe you're the sensitive one.
And to the PC master race, not all of you. I'm not saying everybody plays PC as a dick, but to the ones that are genuinely stuck-up snobs, this is for you.
I think you just broke another glass house.
You can have my cum, you bastards. Honest to God. You can have my cum on your face.
You just covered half the mic with your hand. This is why editing is a beautiful thing.
You just cunts. Seriously. Honest to God.
There you go, you figured out the mic.
You know, you think that you're better than the rest of us. And basically, you're just stuck-up little sycophants. And little Nazis.
Well, you heard it here. PC gamers are sycophants and Nazis? Tell me more about how PC gamers are the assholes in this conversation.
And I'm not going to feel bad for saying that, seriously.
Well, of course not. That would take self-awareness.
Stuck-up little bastards. You probably live in mummy and daddy's basement.
And where are you filming this from?
Using their money to buy the PC in the first place. Or you're just rich cunts.
If only that were true.
Or some of you, you know, maybe you do work.
I mean, money comes from working, so...
Nah, I just think that that's what puts me off a lot as well. The PC master race, they are so stuck up. They are such snobs. They think they're better than the rest of us.
You're yet to give a reason why PC gaming isn't all the things we say it is, and after all the things you have been saying in this video, yeah, I do think we're better than you. Specifically you. Because you're just kind of an asshat, and I have enough faith in the general populace to be better than this.
They're really not. I mean, at the end of the day, you're sitting on your ass playing a video game.
You're sitting on your ass talking into a phone. At least we're enjoying ourselves.
Yeah. You're really achieving something with your life, aren't you?
I mean, I am. I turned video games and nerd shit into my career, and I'm not even close to being the only one who's done this.
I bet that social security check you got from the government for, I don't know, 300 quid. It's probably looking really good, isn't it? Yeah.
Not sure where that came from, but fuck the feds.
You're sat there on your backside playing games, and in between playing games, you're jerking off to Pornhub videos.
Again, how is this any different from what you're doing right now? Aside from the jerking off part, I don't think anyone wants to see that. Should probably keep that off camera.
You're basically living my life, except I don't have a PC.
Well, at least you have some self-awareness.
Nah, it's just... Fuck the PC bastards. I think PC's great enough. There's a lot of people that play PC that are really good. The majority of them are probably decent.
And here comes the backtracking. It's probably just now processing in this guy's head that he made way too many inflammatory statements, and now he's got to pull back a bit. Or you could just learn how to use iMovie and cut it out.
But there is I suppose it's not a minority, because I've run into quite a few of these people myself.
No, that's still a minority. If most PC gamers are fine, the dicks are in the minority. That's how English works.
But there is a decent, substantial number of PC people that are just really stuck-up snobs.
There's a lot of stuck-up snobs in all areas of the world. Grow some thicker skin and get over it.
And I just can't stand them. And there are people, the console have their, we've got the console wars. We've got people on Xbox and people on PlayStation having to go at each other, saying the people that play PlayStation are wusses and they're crap. And it's like, just go fuck yourselves. Why did somebody have to turn gaming into a competition in the sense of, I'm not talking about gaming competitions, but why did someone have to turn just the basic art of sitting down and playing a game and buying a console or a PC into a competition?
And you're doing what exactly?
Why did we have to bring that in? Why couldn't we just have gaming as being fun?
I mean, if you want to be blunt about it, it's because of people like you. You act like you're somehow better than the stupid console war people, but you're egging on the exact same arguments as them.
Why did it have to become this pissing match between Xbox, PlayStation, and PC? Why?
I wonder how.
Why can't we just accept that we all play games, we all love games, and we're all gamers? Why do we have to have this pissing match?
Because gaming, as an industry, is getting more and more predatory in the AAA sphere and the console sphere. The PC industry is getting better by the day, not only because of all the unique benefits, but also because it doesn't have a lot of the garbage that Sony and Microsoft and Nintendo force down your throat. And by making videos like this and having arguments like yours, you're encouraging these garbage practices to continue because you're indifferent to them. The garbage that happens on one platform will inevitably come to the others. PC gamers are not the villains for pushing back. You're the villain for trying to shame us for doing so.
Because I don't play a part in it. I don't. I'm not a PC fanboy, I'm not an Xbox fanboy, I'm not a PlayStation fanboy, I'm a gamer.
Are you though? Because you've said multiple times in this video that sitting down and playing video games is a bad thing.
At the end of the day, shock horror, I'm a gamer. I couldn't give two shits what the system I'm playing on. China could come out with a console right now called the Xi Jinping is the best leader in the world and communism is absolutely amazing. 320 or something. And if it ran games well, and it was decent, and it was for a decent price, I'd buy it.
There's a lot of things I want to say right now. I don't think I can properly put them into words. I'm hoping my audience is intelligent enough to recognize that this is a completely ass-backwards sentence and I shouldn't have to explain it. God, you're an idiot.
I really don't give a shit about consoles when it comes to, you know, oh, I like this because it's a PlayStation. I like this. No, I like it because it's a console.
Well, there's a lot of things you don't seem to give a shit about. Self-awareness, video editing, scripting, economics, grooming. I could go on, but I kind of just want to finish this video.
I've got an Xbox and a PlayStation. I have an Xbox One, a PlayStation 4. I have an Xbox 360 and a PlayStation 3. I don't have an original Xbox, I'll admit, but I do have a PS2. And I do have a few Nintendos. And my brother had a lot of the Sega Dreamcast, not the Dreamcast, but he had the Sega consoles and the Nintendos.
If you could name a single game you're playing or that you like or anything like that, it'd be amazing. Because again, you've said in this video that sitting down and playing video games is a bad thing.
I'm a gamer at the end of the day. It doesn't matter what I'm playing on, it doesn't matter to me. I play games. So you can take your PC Master Race bullshit, and you can take your Xbox fanboy bullshit, and you can take your PlayStation fanboy bullshit, and you can stick it up your rectum and shit it out. Fuck you.
Nothing like a big man flipping off the camera after 7 minutes of complete nonsense. On one hand, I somewhat admire the confidence to upload this unironically, but on the other hand, I can't bring myself to respect somebody who says the kind of stuff that you do. PC gamers explaining the benefits of their platform does not make them elitist, and your ignorance of certain topics does not put you in a great position to have this debate. I know this video was a tad on the older side. I usually don't respond to videos more than a year old, but this was just awful. Sometimes you see something and you just can't let it slide. But that's all from me today. You can follow me on Twitter with the tag on screen, or you can go down to the video descriptions for links to my music channel and my donation page. All support is extremely appreciated, and I will see you a little later. Toodles.